The movie starts with Akash Saraf, a rising pianist from Pune, pretends to be blind in an effort to sharpen his piano technique. He is knocked to the ground by Sophie as he crosses the street. She looks after Akash, and eventually they start dating. Akash's talent impresses Sophie, who secures him a job at her father's cafe. A retired actor named Pramod Sinha spots Akash in the restaurant and asks him to perform for him privately to celebrate his wedding anniversary. When Akash gets to the Sinha's apartment, Simi, Pramod's wife, answers the door. Simi allows Akash to play the piano inside so she may dodge a nosy neighbor who was watching and noticed his blindness. Although Akash is aware of Pramod's nearby dead body, he must pretend not to notice and carry on playing because of his active disability. Manohar, Simi's lover, is also seen by him hiding in the restroom. While Akash plays, Simi and Manohar tidy up the crime scene and pack the body away. When Akash learns that Manohar is a police inspector, he decides against going to the police to report the murder. Simi overhears Mrs. Desai, an elderly neighbor, discussing how she saw an unidentified man walking to the Sinha's apartment on the day of Pramod's murder with a police officer. Later, Mrs. Desai is pushed off the ledge of their apartment by Simi, who then kills her. When Akash arrives to teach Pramod's daughter piano, he just so happens to see the murder. However, he is compelled to keep acting blind. Later, Simi visits Akash's house and produces a revolver, compelling Akash to acknowledge that he had faked being blind. She drugs him even though he claims he would go for London while keeping Simi's secret. Suspicious of Akash's blindness, a nearby child takes a video of him being completely visible and gives it to Sophie. Simi sets up the scene as soon as she comes to make it appear as though she and Akash shared a bed. Sophie departs from Akash indignant and heartbroken. He discovers when he awakens that the medicine Simi gave him caused him to become blind. To murder Akash, Manohar travels to his house. Akash almost avoids being hit by a telephone pole but collapses as a result. Akash awakens in a clinic that illegally harvests organs. When Akash reveals he possesses information that will make Dr. Swami and his assistants Murli and Saku millions, they decide to spare him. They kidnap Simi, fabricate a suicide, and then demand money from Manohar. But Murli and Saku deceive Akash, entangle him with Simi, and plot to steal the money. Manohar shoots Murli, but because he is confined in an elevator, he accidentally kills himself by shooting himself. The fake nature of the currency is made clear. Akash takes off Simi's blindfold after helping him to free himself. Simi manages to free herself and assault him as he searches for a way out for the two of them. Swami arrives. Following a brief altercation, he and Akash knock Simi out, tie her up in the trunk of the car, and leave. Swami adds that Simi has a unique blood type and that her organs would fetch millions of dollars. He also plans to use her corneas to cure Akash's blindness. At a concert in Krakow 2 years later, Sophie meets Akash. Akash tells her the entire tale, describing how Simi awoke and started making noise after he and Swami left with her in the trunk of the car. Swami attempted to re-sedate her when the car stopped, but she overpowered him and grabbed the wheel. Akash urged Swami to release Simi since he believed he was still operating the vehicle. She attempted to run Akash over after dropping him off. Simi was killed after Simi lost control of the vehicle after a nearby hunter missed his shot while attempting to shoot a hare. The hare jumped and struck the windshield. Sophie advises Akash that he should have accepted Swami's offer after hearing his tale. Akash moves away discreetly. After a while, he knocks a can out of the way with the aid of his cane. For more video like this, please subscribe.